Hi guys, so this is the second video of my advocacy series, and today I'm going to talk about church. Let's go to church. So I've had a lot of parents approach me about the challenges that they face at church, and I personally have had some of my own. So let's get down to it. So one of the challenges that a lot of parents face is that, typically when you have a church and you have youth programs, they usually are going to group them by age. Now let's talk about that for a moment. So if you have a child with exceptionalities, they are going to be chronologically a certain age, but socially, what age are they? Some of the latest research that I found was that the latest statistics say that chronological age and social age have a 30% discrepancy. So if you take the chronological age and you subtract about 30%, that is their actual social age. That's a huge difference. So when we talk about adults' expectations of how children should behave, you got to think about that for a moment. Okay? And then you add on the challenges that they have. So then that really should put some light into the way that we should treat and the expectations that we should have for these children. So do you understand what I mean by that? I hope so. So that's one of the very first challenges that parents of exceptional children have. The second challenge that I hear a lot is old school thought. And what I mean by that is that there are a lot of adults who were raised a certain way, and they were taught that a child should always say yes, sir, or yes, ma'am, that they should be able to sit for 20, 30 minutes at a time to be able to do what's instructed of them immediately, or else they're being disrespectful. And so let me remind you that if you have an exceptional child, they might need time for processing, first of all, okay? If they're given an instruction, they might need time to, process that instruction. Now, another thing that I've heard people say is that, oh, that child is spoiled, they're not, disciplined enough. And in some cases, that might be the case. It might be that, maybe a child is not disciplined and they are acting a little bratty, as they say, right? But I guarantee that not all children who misbehave are bratty. They are just acting out of frustration. And if they are an exceptional child, you already know, if you've watched my previous videos, that there are so many stressors that can make a child act out. So let me tell you, spanking a child is not going to cure them of autism. It's not going to cure them of ADHD. Consistency and loving discipline will. And so I'm urging you to remember that, okay? I know there are many people that are of the mindset, you spare the rod, you spoil the child. And I do believe in discipline, trust me. But the problem with that type of short-term discipline is that you're going to get short-term results. So if you want longer-term results, you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to figure out currency and what that currency is for that child. What I mean by currency is that what does that child value, and use that in your discipline with positive reinforcement, okay? So if your child loves to watch TV, you can use that to your advantage. You can say, well, little Johnny, if you clean your room, I will give you 30 minutes of TV time or whatever. That's just an example. If your child loves sweets, you can use it. Some people may call it bribing. I call it positive reinforcement. So church is cause a lot of stress for parents with children with exceptionalities. And as adults, we can do our part to help. So if you're not a leader, if you're someone who is a member of a church, try to, invite and embrace those that have children with exceptionalities. Let them know that you care and love them and accept them. And speak to your children. Have them have a mentor. Parents are trying their best. You have a a child maybe who is still young and can't sit for long periods of time. Maybe they make noises and they act out when they are frustrated. That's a huge, huge burden on parents when they are trying their best to be at church on Sunday. You know, you don't know what they went through that morning to get there. So be a little bit, patient and show some love. That's all I'm asking. So I'm hoping that this video opened your eyes to some of the challenges that these exceptional children are facing. I will leave with this other thought. The children, how are they treated? How are they treated at your church? Are the children embracing them? Are they inviting them? Are they, accepting them into their circles? That's huge, because as adults, imagine how you feel. Well, these children need it much more than we do. And so that's a huge challenge for parents. So let's create a village within our church. Let's create that village that will uplift and just nourish and strengthen our youth. And trust me, these exceptional children have so much to teach and give to every one of us. So I hope that you got something out of this and learned a little something that maybe can help inspire you and strengthen you. Good luck on your journey. Until next time, take care. Bye.